Hello, welcome back. Sorry, we had a technical issue, so we had to start part two of the Google form office hours. Okay, so let's continue where we left off. We've been creating a Google form, and let me start presenting my screen again. Okay, so very quickly go back to the form. Let me get this right. That's not the screen I want to share. 1 second. Okay, so what we did in the previous video is to install Crumble, start a free trial. Then we created the Google form, which looks like this. So that is our newly created Google form. One of the users mentioned that he couldn't see the publish button at the top right corner. So not sure what the reason for this could be. You can check. Google thankfully has a ton of information and documentation about how to deal with this. Maybe if you are on a Google Workspace account, you are not allowed to create on that account Google Forms. Who knows? I would suggest you to look into the documentation and find out what could be the reason. Sometimes just by Googling, why can't I see the publishing button on my Google form, that will give you a quick answer. So hopefully anyone with this problem can see for themselves what the reason could be. Okay, so we kept our form fairly simple. We used one of the templates available for contact form. So we have name, email with an email address validation inside the email field. Then we have address. I want to point out at this regarding addresses in Crumble. You should use only one field, and addresses should be filled out as one long address, including the street, town, the code, all in one string, because this way you will have actually a an icon in Crumble that will open Google Maps. So this will only work if you actually fill out the whole address in one single string in one field. So this is perfect the way it shows up here in Google. Then we have phone number and we have comments. Okay, so let's go back to my Trello board where the fun part starts. So here I mentioned that one of the nice things about this Google integration is that it's ready for you to use out of the box, included in Crumble. You can try everything out in Crumble during the trial period. You have 10 days. As you can see here, I just started with this demo user, a new free trial with Crumble. And you can use everything. And after this 10 days trial period, you can activate for 1, 2, 3 licenses. Licenses act as seeds in Crumble, and this will be included in Crumble in the Crumble pricing. So no extra fees for any third-party service. Google Forms are free, and this integration is also free. So let's click on the Google Forms button here. And first thing you have to do is connect your Google account. Important to make sure that you are actually using the Google account that has created So you can't see the window, but I'm going to log in using Cameron's Bakewell account, which is the one I just used to create the Google form. So that's something to bear in mind. And another important thing is to check all the permissions required. So otherwise, this integration won't work. So let's give it a couple of seconds, and here we are. I have just connected my account, so I can close this window. And now what I can do is I can configure this first flow. So I click on configuration. There we go. And now I can select my Google form. I have actually two. So that's not good. I'm going to go back, I think, and erase. Yeah, I didn't change the name of this one. I'm going to actually erase this older one. I'm going to remove this to trash. Okay. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to refresh this. Let's see if I can see only one. This way we won't make any mistake when testing. Okay, so that didn't work. So let me refresh this. So it's a good practice to name, to use different names for your different contact forms. Otherwise, you will be guessing which is the one you've actually connected to Crmble. So that's the mistake I made. So hopefully you won't make it. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I'm going to just try. I'm going to use this contact form. I'm going to choose the Crmble board. That's correct. I'm on this board. So this will show you the different boards you have added to your Crmble team. In this case, I just have one, which is this one called leads. So this is the one I'm going to pick. And now this shows you all the Crmble fields available in your Crmble install. So all it takes now is to map for each Crmble field its correspondent Google form field. So these are the fields that we have created in our Google form. So I'm going to map name with name. Surname is not available. I'm going to use phone. Phone, there we go. I'm going to use email to map it with the contact email. What else do we have? We have address. Okay, let's go down to address. Address. And I'm going to use the contact field notes to add a comment. Well, in fact, let me see if I can choose another field that maybe, oh yeah, I'm going to go with notes, comments. So this will help me see some notes that the submitter will fill out related with the contact. Okay, great. So once I finished mapping all my fields, I can click on Save. And now you just go and activate this connection. So this activation is important, especially if you plan to add later on more fields to your Google form. So you can do that, but it's a good practice to disconnect, then edit your form, add any new fields, and then come back to Crmble and reconnect it once you've made sure that the new fields are mapped with its corresponding Crmble field. So just you know that it is possible later on to update your Google form fields. That's absolutely possible. So now my form is connected, and I'm just going to go back to my Google form. I'm going to open it. So this is the one, because I actually mapped these specific fields. The other form had different fields, so I'm quite sure I connected this one. So I can click now on the preview eye, and I can go and this is the fun part, because I can, after connecting my form, I'm going to test this. So let's see if this works. Okay, I'm going to fill out my details. Why not? I'm going to use my Crmble email address. And I'm going just to add a fake telephone number. Okay. So I think maybe there is a validation here that is keeping me from submitting the form. Probably, let me see. Oh, we're in preview mode. Oh, sorry. We are on preview. So let's go back. Sorry for that. This was the preview. So I'm going to copy the published link. And that's what I'm going to put in my browser. So this is actually on preview mode. It doesn't work. You can't submit. You just can see how it looks and feels. But this is actually where you are able to submit a form. So let's start all over again. So this is the link you would use actually in order to share your form on an email, or there are also other options to share and embed your form in your own web. Okay, so let's go back, finish filling out the details. Oops. A fake telephone number. I'm from Crmble. And now we are ready, and we can click on submit. I would highly suggest you to look into Google Form documentation as there are some options such as, for instance, you can make sure that only people that are actually logged in with their Gmail account can fill out the form. You can avoid that, which you should totally do if you want to collect leads from different users, regardless if they have a Google account or not. So at this point, I can go back to my Crmble board and see what happened there. So we are updating and looking into new submitted forms every 5 minutes. So sometimes a user has submitted a form very close to the ending of this 5-minute cycle, and it will show up immediately, sometimes not. Worst scenario, you have to wait for 5 minutes to see new cards showing up here. You can also try to reload, although that's not necessary. So it should show up here once the integration has checked the connected form. In case we don't see after 5 minutes any form, maybe I did a wrong connection with the wrong form, which is totally possible. So therefore, I would have to reconnect and use the other available form. But this should work. So maybe we can use, while we wait here, we can use the opportunity to explore some of the options I was mentioning. So you have the option here to embed HTML. So you can use this iframe, and you can embed this iframe in an HTML document of your own web page, whether it is hosted and built with WordPress, or with Squarespace, or you name it. You can check here already that in the responses tab, you can check the different responses, and in settings you can make sure you can go through all these settings to see what fits best with your with the form you are planning to publish. So let's go back to the leads table, and yeah, hopefully I did everything correctly here. And in a couple of minutes, our form submission should show up. The nice thing about this is that because we have mapped all the different form fields with the Crmble fields, and again, you can check the setup of your Crmble fields going back to Crmble, clicking on settings. Here you have a set of pre-installed Crmble fields. These are the ones we have actually mapped with our form. So we have mapped the phone form field with the Crmble phone field, the name field with the name field, and so on, address, and this will create for every submitted form not only a contact in your Crmble contact database that you can repurpose in the future in other deals, it will also create a deal card here on your board. And there we go. As we were having a look at these features, there it is. That's the deal card, the new deal that we have submitted. So if I close this, you'll see the card. In fact, if I refresh the board, you'll see that on the front of the card, I see the creation date, which is one of the fields I selected to be visible on the front of the cards. So now, as I said, I can click on the card, and because the card has an email address, and yeah, well, I'm going to show you very quickly how to connect your email address so you can actually check if in the past you had any conversations with this lead, which I know for a fact is the case, but I haven't connected my email account. So let's do that. But for the moment, as you can see, it's nice to have a card to follow up on this request. Typically in the notes, you would receive the answer. You normally have some sort of drop-down type of fields where submitters can let you know what type of information they are if they want to receive, what type of products or services they are interested in. So imagine all this automatically created. You can share your board with other team members, and you can start doing things like replying or adding due dates. If you don't want to forget to follow up on this, let's say next week, Tuesday latest at 9 o'clock, I want to remind myself about working on this card. I want to once I got in touch, maybe I was able to set up a first phone call. I can move that over to the next stage, and so on and so forth. So let me very quickly show you how this would look like when I connect my email address to Crmble. So all it takes is you open the email tab, you click on connect, or you open Crmble and head over to the email section, which is where I have landed here just by clicking on the card. If it doesn't load, just go back to another section and it should show up. Okay, so I'm going to connect my private account very quickly. It's a Google account. I'm going to use again my Cameron Bakewell demo user account. Okay, make sure when you connect an account to check all the permissions so that everything works. So as you can see, my account has been connected. Therefore, I have access to the inbox of this account without leaving Trello. But more importantly, and that's the nice thing about our email integration, is that if a new contact or deal has been created, well, we call them deals generally, but in this case, if you are using the board to manage leads, every card would represent a lead, so it is totally up to you how you manage and how you call your cards. Okay, so if I click on the email tab, all I have to do is pick my Bakewell account. And as you see already, Crmble has filtered and is showing me just the conversations I have between my email address, between this email address, which is the one I'm using in Crmble, and the contact email address. So I can reply, forward, reply to all the nice stuff you are used to do on an email client. You can do it, but with this nice pre-filter of email conversations. So we think that is a great integration right there. Okay, so now that we have actually checked that everything worked correctly, yeah, we can finish this third office hour. Next week, because of Christmas, we are not going to run office hours. It will be early 2025, so the first week of January, when we will come back actually with a new edition of our office hours. And we are still thinking about what we are going to talk about. So feel free to get in touch with us through crmble.com. You can submit a request, or you can let us know if there is actually a subject you would like us to address on this office hours. And again, I can't stress this enough. I would kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel to help our algorithm, and also hit the notification bell to get notifications for any future office hours. You can watch this, as you are probably doing now, later as we record these live sessions, and these videos are available on our YouTube channel for you to watch at your own pace and learn how to use Crmble. So yeah, thank you very much. Oh yeah, very quickly, I wanna just share with you. You can try out Crmble by visiting crmble.com/Trello. By clicking on the try out button, you can start a free trial, 10 days, no credit card, no payment methods asked, without any commitment. You can use it and fully try it out. And you can book a demo, or you can click on the support chat here. And get in touch with us to ask us anything, feature requests, or you can also let us know if there is some topic you would want us to address on this office hours. And hopefully next time we see you live, and you can even participate live on the show. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and we wish you all a very happy holidays. See you next year. Bye.